What is the ultimate question of humanity? What is life? How did humanity originate? And how should we unravel the code of life? In human history, there have been rich myths about the origin of life. Genesis. In the morning of Eden, mist filled the air. God shaped Adam from the dust, and breathed into him the breath of life. God, Adam, you live by my breath, and you shall tend this garden. Then, God made Eve from Adam's rib. Thus, humanity was born. Buddhism. In the realm of radiant light, beings were originally luminous forms, free of desire and hunger. They began to taste the essence of the earth, gradually acquiring bodies, genders, and desires. Thus, humanity fell from a pure world into the mortal realm. Greek mythology. At the foot of Mount Olympus, Prometheus molded human forms out of clay. Prometheus, I shall give them fire and wisdom, so they may speak with the gods. Athena bestowed souls upon them, and thus humanity was born. Chinese mythology. When heaven and earth first opened, the wilderness was silent. By the banks of the Yellow River, Nuwa molded humans from yellow earth. Nuwa, may you multiply and fill the land. Myths gave humanity the earliest explanations of the origin of life. In the garden of Brno Monastery, Mendel was observing peas. Mendel, so it is, traits are passed on by factors. In 1910, at Columbia University, Morgan discovered through experiments with fruit flies, Morgan, genes are located on chromosomes. Mendel and Morgan meet across time and space. Mendel, thank you for confirming my factors. Morgan, no, brother. It was you who laid the foundation of the great edifice of genetics. In the 1940s, physicist Schrödinger proposed three key ideas. Hereditary material is an aperiodic crystal, able to remain stable yet capable of variation. Life is a negative entropy process, able to draw energy from the outside world to resist disorder. And the laws of physics and chemistry would ultimately reveal the essence of life. His book What is Life? Ignited the passion of a generation of scientists. Watson, Crick, and others, inspired by it, moved toward the discovery of DNA. London, King's College. Franklin examined a clear X-ray diffraction image. Franklin, it's a helix, a symmetrical structure. Cambridge, Cavendish Laboratory. Watson, a pairs with T, G pairs with C. Crick, two strands run in opposite directions, like a spiral staircase. Together, they assembled the double helix model of DNA. In 1953, Nature published the DNA double helix. The secret of heredity was thus revealed. Cornell University, 1968. Wurui. If we use short oligonucleotides as primers, DNA polymerase can extend them. This is the primer extension method. It allows us to read DNA sequences step by step. Cambridge, 1975. Sanger. We improved Wurui's method. By introducing chain terminators, we can read complete sequences. Sanger. Let us not forget, all of this originates from Wurui's primer extension method. Nobel Prize Ceremony, 1980. Presenter. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry is awarded to Frederick Sanger. Sanger. My work stands on the achievements of many predecessors, especially Professor Wurui. However, the Nobel Prize ultimately did not recognize Wurui. In the history of science, an injustice remains. Scientific truth will eventually be remembered, but history sometimes forgets the names. From mythology to science, from peas to genomes, the secrets of life are gradually being revealed. The brilliance of Professor Wurui, though once overlooked, will ultimately shine through the river of history. The mystery of life, the light of Professor Wurui, a tribute to science and truth. Tribute to Professor Wurui. Professor Wurui was born in 1928 in Beijing. In 1955, after earning a PhD in biochemistry from the University of Pennsylvania, he became a professor at Cornell University. In 1970, he pioneered the world's first DNA sequencing method, the primer extension technique. He laid the foundation for genomics, inspiring Sanger sequencing and PCR technology, and directly advancing the Human Genome Project. He also developed key techniques in genetic engineering, fueling the rise of the biotechnology industry. In his later years, he developed insect-resistant and anti-inflammatory rice, contributing to global food security. Mr. Wu, devoted to his homeland, founded the Cuspia program, sponsoring 420 Chinese students to study in the United States and cultivating countless scientific leaders. However, it is disheartening that his pioneering contributions were not recognized with a Nobel Prize. He has been called the fifth man, a key figure yet forgotten. We speak out for his justice. His achievements rightfully deserve to shine in the annals of science. In 2008, Professor Wu passed away. But his spirit endures, and his students established the Wu Memorial Foundation to inspire future generations. Let us remember this scientific master and carry forward his ideals. Let the light of science illuminate the future.